Okay, so we now we continue to here, the second part. We haven't done this one, but we're going to discuss this later because you say you have to feel with this. So for the bar chart, gives okay. Continue to study in the years of 1918 are presented. The percentages of women are agreement problem. Be careful with agreements. You tend to make lots of mistakes in them. Number from 5 countries. Asia, the United States, I guess.
Can I say that sentence? Why
Yes.
X is X is it okay?
It's okay. But don't forget the capital letter, the country names. Okay. Then the majority of women.
Majority.
Show.
Okay.
Okay, don't forget plural showed because in the past.
So at first I saw the number, so I thought I explained the number, but yeah.
Oh
yeah. Okay.
More interest in the study in your compared to climb up in that year, not at.
Beginner mistake. Oh my god, I know that in super severe. Okay, sorry. Mental breakdown.
Don't. It's okay to make mistakes. Remember, you learn from your mistake. As long as you can correct them later. Okay. It's good to specify. Well, 1980. Well, South Korea was shown to be the lowest of all in both years.
In both years, yes.
Right?
It's supposed to be both years, yes.
Both years. Again, capital. Top the whole percentage by slightly below 60% of females going to higher education for program. All 5. Sorry, it just have 10% difference. Female. I think like 50%, just that. You already mentioned it before, right?
Yes.
And the UK. Agreement problem have similar numbers. We have to we use had because it's in the past. Is their picture rich? When we use rich, we don't use preposition.
Okay. Also,
okay, use a comma here. Whereas the least number reached was reached by South Korea with marginally.
Oh no, that's actually just trying because it's actually I just attempting to try like what should I write here, like what kind of adverb should I write here, and then I remember that I say like, oh, it's like nearby the margin, so I say marginally.
No, that's different. Marginally means
like least short. If I'm not mistaken.
Really?
No. I just saw that it's one of the examples.
Marginally, it's more. Higher than the. I think it can work out here. So I'll leave it like that. Contrasting with 1880, 2015 showed a significant increase for all the countries. Except, what's wrong with you? This practice, you made lots of agreement mistakes.
Oh my god.
We studied the highest even too. Okay. Until the number was constant at slightly below 60. They use a percentage same number with Australia, just to make it clear, as the highest integer. As a term more than comparison. It's happened to the UK, reaching the same number as France with about. And the bottom line, despite the great increase it had, as the number reached 30%. Okay, in terms of sentence flexibility, complexity, very good. Variety of vocabulary is also good. Accuracy and like paragraphing is okay. Structure is good, but you made lots of grammatical mistakes. This will cost you. Even like this can cost you like a half to 1 band score because you constantly make this mistake. So it's as if you don't understand instead of just making like error once in a while.
Okay.
Be careful with agreements, okay?
Yeah, I'll try again.
Okay, it's okay. You still
Fired
have
up.
time. All right, so next one. Right, for this one, my tip for the second task is just remember to answer the question. How far do you agree with the statement? So if they ask you how far do you agree, you argue whether you agree or not. Right? So this is actually very similar to what extent do you agree. Extent means like tahap tertentu sampai batas tertentu, right?
Yes.
How far do you agree have the same meaning with that.
Okay. How far do you agree? So if I'm not, for example, I disagree. So I should say that sedikit atau I disagree actually or like it's how far do you agree? So haruskah saya bilang oh saya sedikit agree-nya atau saya bilang I'm completely disagree. Something like that. Oh boleh. Oh okay.
Okay, now I would like to ask you which part of the sentence should you agree or disagree with? Is it this one?
While the internet is convenient, it has many negative effects and its use for educational purpose should be restricted.
Yes, that is like this is actually the part that you have to agree or disagree with. But you don't forget to include this too. You have to address all parts. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Say, do you agree or disagree with this?
Agree.
Okay.
Looking for the safest answer. For the exam, maybe agree because a lot of illegal websites have had what is the word for that? A lot of illegal websites now producing a lot of more illegal contents and can be accessible. Can be accessible,
yes.
My head is broken.
Don't brain rot now.
I think I left my brain somewhere. Accessible for all the age without the identification. So maybe that's my example. No, that's my reason.
Okay.
And
so that's for the negative effects. Don't forget, we
And-
also have this part. It's used for educational purposes, should be restricted. What do you think about that?
Nowadays, like the students like to cheat using codings and stuff. Not coding, but using the maybe Google or stuff like that. So I do think that the teacher should apa ya maksudnya kayak the educational purpose should be reduced atau enggak diberikan lebih strict. ini
Mm,
website.
okay.
What do you think?
Well, for starters, teachers should not copy their question from the internet too. Students
Yeah.
find it easier to like to answer that way because they can just search for the answer on the internet.
Yeah, they are having more brain than the teachers about technology.
Yeah, that's why.
Exactly. I
Okay,
see.
so that's how you answer it.
Mm-mm,
Well, you can try it again later.
mm-mm,
You know how to answer it now.
mm-mm.
Okay, so we still have some time.
So I have same words repeated over and over again in part 1 is the word reach and
Which?
pick. So
Oh yeah.
like what should I do?
Oh right.
What should
Yeah,
I
yeah,
do?
yeah. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Especially for this one, right? Reach,
Yeah,
reach,
reach, a lot of reach. Like I was, yeah, I don't know what to do.
ST,
How can I mean, how can I get more vocabulary like regarding that, yeah, regarding like reach and going up, stuff like that.
Wait, I have a list later. I'll give it to you.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
I'm trying
But for reaching, wait, reaching, reach. You could, if for this one, they're pics, you can use touch too.
touch. Oh,
Menyentuh.
touch the top.
But only for pics. For this one, it cannot work.
Pick.
Uh-huh.
Pick touch. Okay. So yeah, I can delete that then.
You can change this found for South Korea. Right.
Number was found. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
How about I'm using, I forgot, is it this one or the last one? I used topped, like this, top to the chart, like topped.
Top the chart. Yes, it's this one. Top the whole percentage.
Oh yeah. Is it okay?
Yes, that's okay.
Okay. Yeah, so actually when it comes to part 1, the problem mostly about how should I change this word when I do it. So sometimes I get too concerned with that, so I forget the other because I can't multitask. I have one brain that is working.
One brain cell left.
Yeah, only one brain cell, so not two. So it cannot work like two things at the same time.
Well, if you cannot multitask like that, one way to see it is that, okay, do it first, and then you come back to it later and see how can you improve it. So experiment without time with the work that you've done before. You remember it that way. That's one tip from me. Okay.
I remember that. Okay.
Another way is, well, I could not recommend this for those who prepare like in a very short time. But if you have more time, like maybe you're taking an IELTS, like it depends on you basically. But if you feel like you have more time, maybe like 6 months or so, or Ms. Rezu, because you already know like the grammars and such, so you can have more time to experiment. You can try writing without the time, but focusing on like how can you vary the words, how can you make sure the structure is good and such. When you get used to it, then you start using the time. Right? Yeah. So it already becomes like half of a habit before you time it. So your brain, that one brain cell, already recognize what to do. Okay.
So I can do that based on my habits, and then my one brain cells can do the other one, like the other things. Yes. That's what I'm looking for.
The thing about like varying our words is that we're not used to it. We know them, but we don't use them regularly. Yes. Right. It doesn't matter if we repeat the same word all over and over again when we're doing reports and such, because what matters is the content. Right? Here is the other way around. What matters is the language that you use. That's why we have to get used to the language first before like we force ourselves to, okay, automatically write it down.
Okay. I understand. So just yeah, usually if you can see that I do it very automatically, most of them, and it's just based on what I know before, so I don't know a lot, so that's what is the result.
No, I believe you know a lot, but you forget it because you're not used to using it.
I'm using it on my speaking or reading, but I don't use it in writing a lot because I don't do writing a lot, so I do think I need to start with that.
Yes,
I hate writing. I hate writing. Who have the writing?
Unfortunately, you still have to do it. It's part of the language. Okay, well, that's about
Crying in the corner. Yeah.
Okay. You have any other question?
Yeah, just my problem is that especially when I do this in a very short time. I time it in 20 minutes, and I did it actually this morning when I wake up and I was like, okay, let's just do this IELTS writing. And then at that time, I don't know. That's not because I just wake up. My brain is just working like all day long. So I was like having a very hard time to choose words, like what kind of words should I say. Maybe it's in the part one, it's more like the the like reach, peak, blah blah blah, but also the connectives between like conjunctions, like that. So I'm trying my best to over exaggerate, and I really forget about agreement because I'm good in noticing agreement actually, like, oh, this is all, but this is not as, like, but
yeah, because you focus on something else, didn't you?
Yeah. I was like, okay, the words, and then the other one is like crumbling down.
I see. Okay, that's fine. Improve it the next time you do the practice again.
I will do a lot of writing. A lot. Okay.